Okay, good afternoon, everyone, and thank you so much for joining the Levinson and Associates webinar. With me today, I have Mr. Andrew Paris, our brokerage manager here at the Levinson home office in South Florida. So I want to dive into today, obviously, all of the latest and greatest technology available to you as an active Levinson agent. We're all dealing through and going through challenging times right now, and I think it's important that you understand, what's available to you through our website. And we wanted to kind of handhold everyone during this presentation and make sure that you are comfortable with everything. Obviously, we have over 70 different direct contract carriers that have different ways of processing business, of maybe different marketing tools and different technology platforms. So it's our job to simplify your world, right? To make sure that ultimately when you're ready to take an application over the phone, you know where to go, what technology you should and could be using for that particular client. And ultimately the goal is for you to quote, sign up that particular client, get an approval, and deliver that policy, and have that be the easiest process, right, to get from A to Z with each client or prospect that you're speaking to. So that was the goal when we sat down to go over today's presentation, and that's what we're going to accomplish today, this afternoon. Okay, what we're going to do, as always, we have a question of the day. So when we are done with today's presentation, we're going to ask a question that is directly related to today's slide. So I want to make sure that all of you are paying attention, jot down any notes, comments, questions that maybe you want to remember after the presentation, or you need something answered, which also is no problem, but make sure you're jotting these things down, because we all know, you listen to an audio book, you watch a training presentation or sit through a class, and you're like, oh man, this is going to change my world after, and then 2 days later you forget 80% of what you went over. So please, I can't ask you enough. That's the only thing we're asking for you to do, is just jot down some pointers. Plus, I want to make sure you answer first and accurately and win the new Kindle Fire tablet that we're giving away in about 45 minutes. Okay, so very important stuff. What we're also going to do is send out a thank you email to every participant. You will receive this in your inbox by the time we leave this office tonight, which is usually around 7 o'clock Eastern time. If you do not have a thank you email, please let us know. We have your incorrect email address. So please let us know, call, send me an email, whatever is easiest for you, but I want to make sure we have your correct email address on file. Also, we're going to include everything we're going over today in that thank you email, and we'll even include a recording of today's webinar. This way you can show maybe an assistant or spouse or admin, because we also want to make sure they're comfortable with everything that we have to offer. Okay, what's also really cool about today's presentation is we have an exclusive platform with Colombian Financial Group. And what's so neat about this is it's 100% voice signature. So we're going to dive into that program, and it's great for you all if you're working with any downline agents, right, to show some of this value add and this cool technology that they can leverage by signing up under you. So anything that you like that you're about to witness, that you say, hey, you know what, I know Bobby and Jenny down the street, they're also life insurance agents, and they would love this technology, especially during this pandemic we're going through. Well, great. Send us their name and contact info. We will call them. We'll go through the entire process and show the infographic value add that we offer. It's all for free, and we'll code them under you for whatever percentage you want to make as far as an override goes. So real cool stuff here that you all can take advantage of. Andrew, let's also include that infographic in today's thank you email so everybody can see every single thing that we have to offer. All right, I also want to mention before diving in that everything you're going to see today is available at no charge to you, okay? The only thing that there's a price for is the different co-op lead programs. Okay, so you're going to, in fact, I think we have a full slide just on the co-op lead programs available in the life and annuity space, but that's the only thing that there's a fee for. Everything else we take care of for you. All right, let's dive right in here. What I want to do right now is talk about, just for a second, we have a lot of agents on the call. In fact, it's a record number once again, which is just mind-blowing to us. And it also shows that everybody wants to learn and leverage what we have to offer. So I just love that and appreciate it so much. That's the ultimate thank you, right? By just showing the attendance. So I love to see that. And I think it's important to know we have some agents that are, 19, 20 years old, still in college, and they know technology like the back of their hand, okay? So we have to cater to that group. And then we have other agents that are literally in their 60s, 70s, 80s, even some in their early 90s. And it's important for you all to also understand the basics of what's available to you so you can keep selling during this whole COVID-19 pandemic that we're in. So we have to make sure we cater to everyone in 45 minutes, and that's exactly what we're going to accomplish right now. Okay, so the overview, Andrew, if we can move to the next slide here, the overview is going to consist of where to start the entire process, right? So you're going to see how to quote, where to go to quote. You're going to see the different e-applications and drop tickets that are available to you to make sure that you understand what carriers and products can be used with the different e-application and drop ticket platforms. You're also going to see our electronic policy delivery platforms that are available to you, right? So you can literally quote with a client on the phone or through a Zoom meeting. They can apply as you're on the phone with them. Some cases even get an instant decision, and in some cases have their policy emailed to them that same day. So we're going to show you how to do all of this stuff. Plus, we even have a system to where if there's a requirement needed, if there's an outstanding requirement, say for scuba diving, for example, or any hazardous activity, and they say, oh, Bob Smith submitted this application yesterday, and we need this questionnaire filled out. Well, by using our e-requirement platform, which is free for you, right, you can go in and you can literally say, okay, Prudential, Florida, scuba diving questionnaire, and you can electronically send that form to the client. You can even go in and check the status when that client opened the form and submitted the form. And when they do, the form gets sent back to you, us, and the carrier all in real time. And just think about how many days of time, let's say for snail mail, that you will save here. Now, this is great for what we're going through today, but also post-COVID-19. This is the way you should and could be doing business in the future. It's going to totally streamline your practice. And think about, let's say, when you start the entire process, right? Starting from A and finishing at Z, where the client has their policy, you getting paid. Think about how much time this is going to save in the entire process. You're talking about weeks, okay? In some cases, almost a month of turnaround time, which means you're going to be paid that much faster. And let's face it, the younger generation, they want to do business like this, okay? Nobody wants you sitting in their living room at 8:00 p.m. on a Wednesday night after the kids are tucked in, right, to go to bed. Especially after COVID-19. People are not going to want to do business this way. They want to pick up the phone or go to your website and pretty much get everything that they need. So you're going to learn exactly how to do these things. This is part 2 of Tuesday's part 1 quick 20-minute webinar. And hopefully this whole week, our goal was to make sure that you're comfortable with basically the A's, B's, and C's of selling virtual or over the phone. Okay, so let's sit back. Andrew, let's go to the next slide here, and I want to just give everyone a few bullets. Give us just 1 second here. There we go, perfect. Okay, so these are the bullets of what we're diving into today. So real quick, we have 6 different platforms, 6 different carriers that offer voice signature. That means You can do everything from A to Z. I keep talking about that A to Z over one phone call, okay? We all know if you look at percentages, most cases are lost during like phone interviews or while you're waiting on exams to be completed, because let's face it, the client's on the phone with you now, they're hot, they're excited, they're ready to go. A week later, you know, a million different things could happen. They always say strike while the iron's hot. This allows you to do exactly that by utilizing one of our voice signature platforms. One is exclusive to Levinson and Associates. Also, we were the first IMO to team up with iPipeline and Applify. I'm talking almost 12, 13 years ago to offer the first e-application in the independent distribution space. So nobody had anything like this at the time. We rolled this out. The adoption rate was like next to nothing. Everybody thought we were nuts. And then fast forward to today, especially during these times, we have agents that say, hey, if they don't have an e-application, I don't even want the carrier. I don't even care what they're rated. We have to have an e-app or a drop ticket, Bill. Come on. So look at how things have changed. And it's also an important lesson that we all need to be innovative and stay one step ahead. If we never built, let's say, the Insure Me Now Direct platform, or we never had this voice sig platform or e-requirement, right? And then all of a sudden you're in the middle of a COVID-19 pandemic, can you imagine how behind the times and behind with our premium and our application count we would have been, which means you all would have been in the same spot, or you would have been working with one of our competitors. So we all have to think like this consistently over and over and over again to build and maintain our business, because let's face it, you never know what can happen. We all, especially think about 3-4 months ago, we never thought everybody would be walking around with masks on their face at Walmart or Costco or getting gas. And look what's happened, okay? So that teaches us we have to innovate. If you're 19 or 84, we have to know the basics. We're going to go over drop tickets. That's basically like a one-page e-application. Levinson even has a generic one-pager that you can use if you're on the fly, you have a client on the phone, they're ready to go, you fill out the one-pager, send it in, and you're done. We're going to go over our exclusive e-requirement platform that's only available to Levinson, and it's free for you all. Any outstanding requirements can all be done electronically. We're also going to go over Insure Me Now direct-to-consumer platform, 5 different carriers, 16 products. When I say direct-to-consumer, think about this, right? Put yourself in that situation again. I like to use Andrew's father as an example, okay? In his late 60s, early 70s, sitting in his condo in Chicago, and he's not very comfortable, say, with technology. Now, with this new platform, okay, let's say Andrew's dad, we'll call him Robert, right? He's calling all of his clients, going through his book of business, just to say, hey, I hope everything's okay and everyone's staying safe. And let's say the client says, well, you know, I've really been thinking about getting a new term policy because as we see, anything can happen these days with this COVID-19 pandemic going on. Can you give me a quote on $500,000 of term? Sure. Pulls up Insure Me Now Direct, right? The direct-to-consumer platform, runs a quote for the client, or the client can do it themselves. Robert says, yeah, so we're looking at $72 a month for a $500,000 20-year term. Client says, all right, Robert, let's do it. Where do I sign up? Robert says, are you in front of your computer? Sure, everybody's home right now. Sends an email with Robert's link, right, to his Insure Me Now Direct platform. Client signs up in less than 5 minutes, has an instant decision, right? Because what's going on is all the technology is running 3 different platforms in the background, MVR, MIB, and prescription checks. And by the time the client's done with the 5-minute e-app, they have a decision sitting there. All while Robert, Andrew's father, right, is on the phone with them. And guess what? When the automated message says approved, it gives the client the option to print and save the policy or have it emailed, okay? So look what Robert just did in less than 7 minutes, okay? All while the client was on the phone. Or Robert could have even sent one email and done all of this without him even being on the phone with the client. That's the technology that's available to you all today, and it's free, okay? There's no gray area or small print. We have 16 products on that same exact platform that I just went over. You should be using this. And if you know any agents to set up in your own hierarchy, now is the time. I always say, why not you? Even if you never did this before. If you're an agent and you know the basics, why not talk about this to other agents and get them in your hierarchy? They don't have access to technology like this unless they're Levinson agents, okay? And yes, we have 19,000 agents in the country, but do you know how many licensed agents there are today? Over 500,000, okay? So just think about the opportunity there. It's endless. And with this technology and you knowing the basics, you could be off to the races. Okay, enough of me ranting. What I want to do right now is have Andrew dive into the presentation. Make sure you are ready to go. If you have any questions, use that question box, typically on the right side. And we're going to jump in right now. Make sure you're paying attention. My goal is everyone's comfortable by the time we're done in about 40 minutes. Andrew?
Yes, sir. Thank you, Bill. Appreciate that. I want to dive into all of our voice-verified signature carriers that's available to you through Levinson and Associates. So exactly as Bill said, these are carriers that you don't have to even collect a paper app. You don't have to even collect an EApp. You literally just have to have your client on the phone at the time of application, and their voice is enough to bind coverage, get the policy issued in place. So the first carrier I want to talk about is Luma Co. Okay, many of you already know this carrier. It's an A-rated company, very popular due to speed. Their commission is great. Their underwriting is very liberal. Okay, so we've seen them. Of course, their final expense product is called the Eagle Premier, which I've screenshotted their tele-app worksheet for you on the screen there. It's a very liberal final expense product. So people with cancer, heart attack, stroke history, very favorable product. You can write people up to 85 years old, up to $30,000. Okay. They also have a term product, a non-med. It's called HMS term. It's a mortgage protection term, and I screenshotted that in front as well. So you can see that they have an EApp or tele-app option as well. And at the end of that application, you can decide if you want to collect the signature by voice or by email. That's on the term. On the final expense, you'll notice there on the screen, there's a phone number. It's an 800 number. You call with your client on the phone. You do a three-way call. You provide the interviewer with your agent number and the basic client information. They will then do an MIB script check, MVR. All that stuff's done over the phone within 5 to 10 minutes. Okay, you'll have a decision. Policy will be approved, issued, and paid within about a 48-hour period on the final expense product. So that is an incredible turnaround time. So take advantage of Luma Co. Also, keep in mind they are one of the carriers that has what we call a quit smoking incentive, meaning if your client is a smoker and they intend to quit in the next 2 years, you can actually offer them a non-tobacco rate over the phone. Okay, you can give them the non-tobacco rate, which nobody's going to beat, and then you can call in that voice signature application and complete that process. How to quote this carrier, you can go to our website, levinsonandassociates.com, go to our final expense quoting engine, and you'll see Luma Co Eagle Premier come up as one of the options. Or you can go to our site and download the mobile link for your phones or tablets or computers. You can bookmark their direct mobile link at any time. Okay, so that is Luma Co. Next up here, I'm going to talk about Liberty Bankers Life. Okay, so this is a final expense carrier, issue ages 50 to 80 up to 30,000, another 100% voice app process. Okay, this carrier is specifically liberal with underwriting, specifically COPD, asthma, breathing related conditions, cancer, even diabetes. It's extremely liberal. They have level and graded options. So it's very difficult to get denied by this carrier before they flat out deny you, but very, very competitive rates and easy liberal underwriting process. I've screenshotted their tele-application process on the screen in front of you here. So same thing as Luma Co, you call an 800 number and you talk to their interview work line. And you have the client on the phone with you doing a three-way call. There's a worksheet that we will provide to you that has all the preliminary questions so you can figure out if your client's going to be approved or not approved. That way, when the about 5 to 10 minute process as well with the underwriter, and you'll have a decision over the phone. It is that easy, very, very simplistic application process. Okay, so for Liberty Bankers, the best way to quote this product is through a mobile link that could be downloaded off of our website, or once again, levinsonandassociates.com. This is a primary carrier on our quoting engine. So both options available to quote, and then you just call in to do that voice verified application process. The third carrier I'm going to go over here for 100% voice app is Luma Co. Okay, so Luma Co is another one of our final expense carriers, 50 to 85, so they will go up to 85 years old, up to $30,000, instant decision process. Now, they give you the choice between an EApp and a voice app. So that's your call, but you're going to log in to the Luma Co portal here, and I screenshotted some of the examples for you. So you can see that you log in, you pick the product, you select the sale type and the amount of insurance, and then once you have the rate, that's where you're going to pick, you go through the knockout questions with the client, and that's when you get an instant answer whether they're going to be approved or denied, and you can collect the signature in one of your two preferable methods. So you could either on the screen pick voice signature, and it'll pop up with a phone number to call in and collect that voice signature, or you can collect it through an email signature. So that's up to you, but the voice signature option is very popular with Luma Co. Okay, they have great commissions, they pay quickly, decisions happen right away, they do have level and graded, so also a very liberal insurance company to get approved with, and we do have rate cards available on our website, or we can give you access to the carrier software, which is the screen you're looking at. You log into their portal and run through this process in order to get a quote. Okay, so very easy process as well. Keep that in mind as you're doing your final expense sales with us. Next carrier up here, the fourth carrier is Great Western Life Insurance Company. Many of you are familiar with that through working with us, but this is a very unique carrier, okay? So they offer ages 40 to 80, 100% guaranteed issue. You cannot be denied for this product. So as soon as you get your client on the phone, they're going to get a policy one way or another. Now, if they're healthy, they will get a bonus and a first day coverage option. If they're not healthy, they'll be given exactly what they're applied for, up to $40,000 with a 2-year wait, very similar to other guaranteed issue carriers that we have. But it gives you the flexibility to offer your healthier clients a bonus option. Okay, but either way, 100% voice application. You can look at the screenshots here. You log into their portal, you select the amount of insurance, whether you want voice app, EApp, you go through the questions, and this is another very fast application and approval process, okay? Also, something to consider with Great Western is they accept power of attorney. This is huge. So if you have a client that's mentally incapacitated or can't make decisions because of a mental handicap, they actually can take a power of attorney, their brother, sister, parent, and sign the application on their behalf, and you can still do that with them on the phone. It's incredible. There's no other carrier that can do that. Okay, so keep that in mind. Their software program is called My Enroller. So once we get you appointed, we can actually download this software onto your desktop or mobile device, or it's web-based. So it's up to you. You can have a web-based version or a desktop version, and we have rate card available if you want to just have their rates up at the moment, or you can run their rates through the carrier software site. Okay, so that is Great Western Life Insurance Company. The fifth carrier here is Gerber Life. Everybody knows Gerber, A-rated company, huge name, does a ton of marketing, so the name speaks for itself. And we are the only IMO in the industry that has the call center option. Okay, so no other IMO, you have to go through Levinson to get it. There's that 877 number on the screen in front of you. You literally use your agent code, you call it in on a 3-way call, you give that interviewer basic information, and this is a 100% guaranteed issue. Just like Great Western, they cannot be denied, ages 50 to 80 up to 25,000. Okay, and this is one of our core final expense guaranteed issue carriers. As you know, they offer our 1-year free scholarship as well, 100% included with any purchase from Gerber. Okay, but the process, as I mentioned, very, very simple. You can have a rate card, mobile link, carrier software, and you can quote it through our Insure Me Now direct platform. So as Bill mentioned earlier, what better way than to actually have a platform that your client can log into while you're talking to them on the phone and actually plug in their information, get the rate, get approved, all within 5 minutes on your website. You can literally be on the phone, hearing the process go through. Okay, they have their policy, it's e-delivered. Have a nice day. Okay, it's very, very simple. If you want to use the call center option, 100% fine with that. That's where you can use this call center flyer here, which we will mail out at the end of this call. It will be in the email that we send to you as well. Last up here, the sixth carrier is Colombian Financial. This is our newest final expense carrier with a voice signature. This is 18 years old to 85. So your younger clients, this is a great way to insure somebody maybe 20, 30 years old who wants a very simplistic small face amount up to 85. level and graded options available, very liberal insurance product as well as far as the questions that they ask. It is available in New York, okay? So I wanted to mention this because we do have quite a few New York agents that do business with us, and I know it's a little difficult to find final expense products that are viable in New York State. So this is one that I heavily encourage you to get appointed with us for, because all of these processes are available in the state of New York. You can do their voice app, the product's approved, so we know that right now that you can sell this product in New York. Okay, so the voice signature process is extremely simple. You'll see I screenshotted that as well for you. You call the phone number, which is their direct line there for their interviewer. You will then provide your cell phone number, and they will send you instructions to do a recording. So you have to record basically the conversation between you and your client. You're going to answer some questions with your client. It only takes a few minutes to do. Once they attest to those questions, you're going to end the recording and submit that to the carrier. So it's all done through this voice application system by you sending in your 10-digit cell phone number, okay? So that's all you need. You just need your agent number, the name of the applicant, and then you start asking those questions to your client. So we're going to send you the entire procedural guide in the email to come when we get off the phone, and that will go over the entire process and what to expect from the product. But great things to come from Colombian Life, super competitive, New York, 18 to 85. Also, to quote it, we have a rate card on our website, or it is available on our quoting tool on levinsonandassociates.com. All right, next up here, I want to dive into our EApp and EE Delivery tools on the carrylevinson.com website. Okay, so many of you are familiar with this, but I want to share this with those of you that are not. So go to our Forms tab and click on EApp EE Delivery. This is going to show you all of our EE Delivery guidelines as far as who offers EE Delivery, who doesn't. And for those of you who don't know what EE Delivery is, that's simply a carrier will deliver the policy. Instead of mailing it to you or your client, they will send an email with a PDF document with the entire policy right there. It saves a lot of time, processing power, paper, everything. It just speeds up the entire process for you. And a lot of our core carriers are already EE Delivery approved. Okay, so take advantage of that and access this part of our website so you can see our training and the list of carriers that offer the EE Delivery service. Here, I'm going to show you a quick snapshot of what the EApp and drop ticket process is. So on our website, when you run a quote, these are the options that are going to be given to you. So let's say you're running a 20-year term for $1 million, and here we have Mutual of Omaha. They give you the option for e-application and drop ticket application, okay? So these are both 100% free and available to you now. The EApp is the full application. You ask all the medical, social, financial questions, you collect the e-signature, and the policy is then sent to the carrier. The drop ticket is an abbreviated submission, okay? So you're not collecting medical, you're not collecting financial, you're just going to give the basic name, address, phone number, best time to contact, how much insurance, and then you're going to hand it off to the insurance company, and they're going to interview your client and to go from there. Many of our carriers will actually waive the exam after the interview. If they notice that your client's super healthy and that they're within a certain age range, they'll tell the client, we don't even need an exam. We're going to go ahead and process this, underwrite it, and approve it much faster. Okay, so that is the general process when you're running a quote, what those two options mean. Here's the actual workflow. So you fill out the application locks, signs, done, goes to us for approval, and that's when the carrier gets the application and does the phone interview with your client. So very simple workflow. It's a lot of hands-off by you. So you let us and our new business team handle a lot of the processing and communication with the carrier as we get that to approval. All right, here is a screenshot of what a drop ticket looks like. Okay, so it's very simplistic. On the left-hand side, you can see it's only a series of a few pages there. Once everything is filled out and you have a green check mark, you can go next and you can preview and validate and lock the application. It is extremely simplistic. We've run through an example here in our office, and it's taken us maybe about 5-6 minutes to do. So extremely easy, and many of our carriers participate in this process on our website. So here's the EApp process. It's very similar to the drop ticket. So you're completing all the information. It's just going to be more of an extensive application series of questions, as I mentioned here. So this will be slightly longer. You'll collect the medical, financial, and social data and validate an e-sign with an email signature. So still very, very easy, and it is all all integrated inside of our website. So when you log into levinsonandassociates.com, you won't have to sign in again and provide new credentials. Everything's coded and tracked to you. Okay, so anything you submit, we'll be able to see it in real time, as well as your cases and status in real time. So here's the e-delivery process and what it looks like, right? So after you've submitted that drop ticket and that e-application and you've gotten it approved, this is what you're going to see next. You're going to get an email from our case manager that says that your documents are ready for e-delivery signature. So you're going to go in here and you're going to see that the client has either signed it or not, and then you as the agent will sign it. So there's a total internal process that takes place where everybody signs off on it. There's a clear record of who's doing it, what the timeline is. You can even see a timestamp as when your client has logged in to view the document to sign it. So this is all very user-friendly and technologically sound. Once everything is done, it's that simple. It goes to our case manager and the insurance company, then they issue the policy. Okay, so this is very much available to you on our website, 100% free. As I mentioned, fully integrated, so you don't have to sign in. It's all taken care of for you inside of levinsonandassociates.com. So e-requirement is an awesome feature that's available only through Levinson, and this gives you the ability to cut down so much time by sending paperwork back and forth. I'm sure many of you have written applications and the carrier comes back and they ask for an amendment form, or they ask for a financial supplement or a scuba diving form, right? You know, something came up in the phone interview and they need more information. Well, now, instead of sending a paper form to your client and faxing it back and waiting and not knowing what's going on, you can actually log into our portal. You can pull the carrier that you're working with. You can download, you can pick the form that's needed, let's say scuba diving questionnaire, and you can email it to the client for them to DocuSign. So everything's done electronically in real time. So it cuts down the processing time and it goes right to the carrier and us as soon as they sign it and turn it back in. So there's a lot less layers here to get what we need done in the event that a carrier needs an additional form. So once again, this is exclusive to Levinson. Get involved with us, get appointed, and your back office portal automatically includes e-requirement when you log in. So take advantage of that as soon as you can and call us with any questions if you do have them. Here is additional look at our e-delivery. We have trainings on our website as well. You can watch the video with all the available carriers. You can log in to actually view which documents are ready for e-delivery. So this is just another snapshot of part of our website. When you go to the Forms tab and e-delivery options, you'll see that right underneath on our website. Here is a unique thing that we put together for you, and DocuSign, I'm sure you guys are familiar with this. This is a third-party software that many carriers now accept, and a lot of real estate brokers use it, and now life insurance agents use it. And this, you can actually load in a paper app. So let's say a carrier doesn't have an e-app or you want to do it a certain way. You can load a PDF document into this service and then send an email signature to your client. So these are the carriers here that we have interviewed that allow DocuSign for EApp and e-delivery. So just keep that in mind, that if you feel like you're in a tough situation and the carrier doesn't offer this, or you're not quite sure what to do, you know, you can subscribe to DocuSign as a third-party software and be a member. And these carriers will allow you to accept the DocuSign software. So just keep that in mind. We have it under our website, under the Forms tab. So this is always being updated. So if you ever have a question, you're not sure, give our marketing team a call, and we will be happy to go over that with you. At this point, I'm going to get it back to Bill. He's going to go over our Insure Me Now Direct platform, some updates and new changes and what's to come in the future. Bill?
Okay, good stuff, Andrew. Thank you so much. I hope everybody walked away with some nuggets, as I always say. Okay, just a couple of things I'm going to mention, and then we're going to be wrapped up in about 10 minutes here, so a little early, which is always a good thing. Okay, and you know, it's important to know also what's going on around the industry, not just here at Levinson. So a couple of things I want to point out. Number one, as far as our new $500,000 instant decision direct-to-consumer product with Haven. They are getting to all the contracts. We launched it about 3 weeks ago, and we have literally just under 1,000 new appointments that came in all at once. And what's happening is most of the states for the Department of Insurance, their employees are working remote, as we know, so they're all behind. So what's happening is we're waiting for state like background checks, whatever, and they're pushing us back and delaying each carrier's contracting department. So in turn, you're seeing, let's say, emails from us saying, hey, it's going to be another few days or another week, but I just want you all to understand we are doing everything possible to push these through. I just got word from Haven that everybody will have an agent number and a URL within a week. So if you have contracting submitted, it's going to be about another week, and you'll be good to go. Gerber is a few weeks behind right now because, as you know, we just added Gerber onto the direct-to-consumer and SureMe Now Direct platform. You're probably seeing other carriers that are a little behind as well, so just bear with us. If you need a personal favor done, let's say you have a big case you're working on, just let me or Carrie know and we'll jump in and try to do whatever we can for you, okay? Obviously, we want these to get pushed through as fast as possible. Also, I had some questions after the last webinar on social media marketing. So as you know, now is a great time because literally everybody's home on their tablets, on their computers, and their smartphones, and they're out there looking, they're searching, they're seeing articles. Life insurance right now is top of mind for most people. Okay, let's face it. You know, you have a family of 4, you know, sitting at home, you know, almost 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, and they're all looking at the breadwinner, you know, it could be the mother or the father, whatever the case is, saying, you know, what happens if mommy or daddy, you know, get this COVID-19 virus and they're not around anymore? Are we going to be okay, right? And what that's doing is sparking the attention from, let's say, the breadwinner, and they say, you know what, we should really look into life insurance if they don't have a policy, and most people don't, right? We know how that works, or they're not sufficiently covered. And the first thing they're going to do is go online or on social media, and they're going to type in life insurance, okay? And they're going to start to see what's available, what's out there. So what I suggest to you all, you can do this as soon as we hang up, go on Facebook, go on Instagram, okay? If you type in life insurance or indexed universal life and look at, there's 2 options that come up, either top or most recent, okay? So I always click on top, and that's going to show you whatever life insurance articles have the most comments and likes. And all you have to do is not reinvent the wheel, but look at what they're doing and look at what's working, and then create your own marketing piece from that. Obviously, don't copy it to a T, but you can use that same angle, that same approach, okay? But make it your own with your logo and your phone number and your example premium rates. But it's such a great idea because I'm telling you right now, when you do this, you're going to see different posts and pictures that are getting thousands of likes and comments. And every like or comment is a new prospect for you. If you post, let's say, a good life insurance article or picture with a cute little saying on the bottom, and you have prospects that just say, oh, by the way, how much is it for a 47-year-old non-smoker and great health? That's a new lead, and it's free because social media is free. So you need to be thinking like this, especially during these times, okay? And even post-COVID-19, this is the way that insurance is being marketed and sold now. It's online, it's through social media. So I can't encourage you enough to start doing this. You know, I'm seeing more and more agents now send me questions, send me messages. They'll send me a friend request on social media. Great. That means that you're going out there, you're creating your page, you're starting to drive traffic. What I would personally do if I was an agent, every night I'd sit home with your spouse, you're home anyway, right? And I would pick a different topic for that night. Let's say Tuesday, you want to call it Indexed Universal Life Tuesday. Have your spouse hold your smartphone up and record you talking about why Indexed UL is so important for retirement purposes or for a tax-free death benefit, okay? And then post that on your social media pages, on YouTube, which is all free, by the way, and it's very simple to do, okay? If you have children, most of the kids these days can do this with their eyes closed. They can help you with this, okay? I'm telling you, it works. If you get 7 views or 20 views, you know, I've had people say, Bill, I only had, 5 people look at this. What do I do? Well, Bob, guess what? That 5 people that looked at your 2-minute video, That's 5 more people than you had the day before you posted the video, right? You start with 5, and then you go to 7, and then 30, and then 100, and then 500. And if your content is good and it's valuable, you're going to skyrocket just from social media and YouTube. Okay, you do Monday, Index Universal Life. Tuesday could be the new term insurance that pays while you're alive with living benefits. Wednesday could be why is disability insurance important? And then the point is you drive everybody back to your website or your Insure Me Now direct page, because ultimately what's going to happen is people are going to start running quotes because they're going to see how easy it is. And then if they get stuck, it says click here for this agent to reach out to you, okay? And that's a new lead. So that's how you need to be thinking moving forward, okay? It's like the new insurance world, if you want to take it like that, whatever it is. But you must do this to grow and build your business. If you're an agency, the same thing goes. If you're a carrier right now, it's the same thing. Go on Facebook and look at Gerber. Look at what they're doing for marketing to prospects in this day and age. You will not believe it. They're spending millions and millions of dollars marketing on social media and YouTube, okay? I promise you. And they're not doing it because they have $5 million to spare. They're doing it because that's where the eyeballs are. That's where the prospects and the clients are sitting and hanging out, especially right now while everyone's home. You need to think the same exact way, and I know it works, and I'm going to tell you why, is because Levinson and Associates was born exactly like that. Okay, when I came into the business 22 years ago, we were the first ones to create a website. We were one of the first ones to collect email addresses and start to send out e-blasts. We started with like 50 agents, okay? Today we have 19,000 in almost every city. So the proof is in the pudding, as they say. It works, and you need to take the same approach. It starts at the carrier, then it goes to the IMO, then it goes to the agent, and then it goes to the consumer. We always look at what the person above us is doing, and that's where we get our ideas from. I get them from the carrier. You should be getting them from us. Go look at my social media pages for Bill Levinson or Levinson and Associates and start getting some ideas and being creative. I call it getting scrappy. Now is the time. Okay, enough of my rant. So real quick, I want to talk about Insure Me Now Direct and then our lead programs that are available to you. So this is the first direct-to-consumer platform. I always say think Amazon, right, but for insurance. The difference is we don't go market ourselves to consumers, okay? That's a conflict of interest. What we're doing is we put together an awesome platform so our agents can go direct to consumer, okay? It's that simple. That's what you're looking at on the left side. That's Insure Me Now Direct. Every one of those buttons represents different types of products that are available that the client can look at, quote, hopefully apply, get approved, and you just got paid. And it's that simple, okay? We're adding new products literally almost every day, insurance related and non-insurance related, and every product sold gets 1 year free tuition. We have 416 colleges that tuition is valued at, okay? So think about this. You want to drive traffic? You want to get creative on your YouTube video or on social media? You can market that free scholarship for little Johnny and little Sarah, right? Think about this. For free if they buy a product from you, Bill Levinson, the life insurance agent. Imagine driving traffic. Don't you think that's going to get people's attention? Okay, get creative. This is the platform to do it on. And once they see this and they see your picture and information on the top right corner, they're going to say, oh my gosh, this Bill guy, he really knows what he's doing. He must have spent a fortune on it. I've never seen a platform like this. It's just like Amazon, honey, okay? You can do the same thing, but you're marketing insurance products and then use those lead generators to get the eyeballs on your platform. That's the way you need to think. The middle section, once they click on whatever button that they want to see more information on, the middle section comes up, of course, your picture, your phone number, your email. They put in some basic info, and then they hit next, and it says, buckle up, Buttercup, and then They get to see whatever quotes are available for that particular state and that age of that prospect, okay? So everything they can qualify for pops up. They click on the product. There's even a little brochure next to it. It says apply now, and most products are approved in real time, instantly, and they are done. This is the new world. This is the way people want to do business now, okay? And you have the answer for that, and that's with this platform, and it's free. So anyway, I'm telling you, it's awesome. We just added a new button. It says sell your policy now, and they click there. They can put in their policy details. The system will give them a ballpark offer, and then if they say I want to do it, we have an EApp that pops up, all direct to consumer. They fill out the EApp. You're notified as the agent. We're notified, and then the process starts, and then they'll have a check hopefully within the month, and you get your commission and overrides. Pretty cool stuff here. And we're just getting started. We have carriers now, you know, that let's say I visited in the last 7 years. That's how long I've been working on this. And most carriers said, oh, Bill, no way, we're not ready for this. Compliance, we'll have a heart attack. They're now coming back to us saying, I wish we would have done this. They never expected this COVID-19, right? Like most of the world. And they're saying, I wish we were on your platform, Bill. Can we talk now? And of course, I say, yes, if they have a competitive product that works, let's talk. But it's going to take at least 6 months to a year to go through all the hoops and programming and compliance. So anyway, my point is take advantage of this. It's only available through us. And again, talk to any agents you know and build your hierarchy. Okay, let's move forward here. By the way, it's also important right now, especially during these times, make sure the Levinson app is downloaded on your phone. If you have an Android or iPhone, just go to the App Store. You can click on Levinson and Associates. It's a free download. And all of this stuff that Andrew just went over is all available on the app. Plus, you can check on any case status. You can email, let's say, the case manager. You can run quotes. You can literally go from a quote to a drop ticket, all from your smartphone. It's really cool. And again, it's free. So make sure you have the app on your phone, especially once things open up again and you're at, you know, little Sarah's soccer game and you're sitting next to one of the parents and the term life insurance comes up. You can run a quote. They can apply right then and there, right from your smartphone. Or all the Insure Me Now Direct pages in the site is mobile compatible as well. So you can literally run a quote, let's say with Haven, they can apply from your smartphone, right? Think about this. Email the policy to themselves. You are done. Less than 7 minutes, you just sold a term policy, and you get paid within 30 days. Everybody's happy and moves on to the next topic of conversation, okay? That easy. Lead programs. This is everything that's available to you. It's all on our website. You can click on levinsonleadprogram.com, or you can go right from kerrylevinson.com. Now, these are all co-op programs. We have different ways to generate leads on the annuity side, on the life side, on the final expense side. We have mailers. We have live transfers. We have mortgage protection mailers. Basically, all of the above. We brought in a third-party consultant that is awesome for selling over the phone. And I personally paid him to put a 3-part webinar series together that talks just about selling over the phone. It's freaking awesome. It's free for all of our agents. So take advantage of this stuff. Just go to levinsonleadprogram.com and you can use your same username, password, or you can go in right from our main website. Okay, totally up to you. Okay, we are just about done, by the way. Just want to name a couple other things. I almost forgot, we brought in Noah, who's 24 years old and very experienced with technology. And he is here now in the Levinson home office. And if you have questions with, say, Insure Me Now Direct, or you want to dive into social media marketing, or what's YouTube, or how do I get set up on Instagram, he's a good resource for you, okay? So if you want to jot down that name, Noah, and he's now working in our home office. So another great value add for all of our agents. Okay, real quick, I want to mention that 3-part training series that talks all about selling online and over the phone. That's available to you. It's on the left side. Then on the right side is our full iGenius training platform that we put together for all of our agents. It's like a one-stop shop. If you look at what's highlighted in yellow there, it says iGenius Training Center. It's under Agent Tools. That's what's going to come up in front of you. You just click and take the time to dive into this stuff. We have some great content that we put together for you, and this is all built to help train our agents no matter what expertise level that you're at, okay? So take advantage of this stuff. Okay, let's move forward here. And right now, with plenty of time on our hands, I don't want to hear any excuses. You should be listening to my Bill Levinson Experience podcast channel. I have a little bit of everything for every type of audience listener, okay? So if you're walking around the block, if you're doing yoga at home, if you are riding your stationary bicycle, okay, whatever it is, if you're driving to, there's no appointments now, but if you're driving to get gas or going to Costco or Walmart, you should be listening to the podcast. And the reason why, every month I have a new guest speaker, and I handpick these guys and girls, and these are some of the best in the industry. You want to pick one of our top agents' brain for an hour and see what's working for him, especially during COVID-19, boom. We have Ian and Emmanuel, great episodes. I have Joe Ross, the top insurance coach in the world, in my opinion. I have Lauren Berkeley, the top estate planning attorney that talks all about, you know, building trust, building a legacy, buy, sell, key man agreements. He's got some great content. I have Forbes 400, Jeff Levitets. He's my mentor for the last 23 years. This man is one of the wealthiest self-made business owners in Florida today. Okay, every Cleveland clinic, their orthopedic center is named after him. Okay, you talk about some great stories. Listen to me and him speak for an hour. Tell me what you think. You get the free IUL prospecting book if you leave a review on our Facebook page or on your favorite podcast channel, and we are featured on all of them and on YouTube. So no excuse. Again, it's all free. Okay, some of our upcoming agent training events, Agency Automator, that's all of our technology that we just went over and more, our CRM tool, our prospecting database. If you need a free website with a free CRM, we give you that as well, no charge. It's $9.95 a month for hosting. But other than that, it's all free. Every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday at 2 p.m. we host these live with our programmer, Kevin. On the bottom, okay, you talk about driving traffic, right, using a lead generator. I spoke about the scholarship program before, which is free. Also, Legacy Armor. That's that online safe deposit box. It's free for all Levinson agents. And here's what's so cool. You can go over this on the phone with your client. And if they say, wow, Bill, this is exactly what I need. You know, I want to store my life insurance policy in here and my annuities and my passwords and some special instructions that I want my kids to see when I die, okay? I want to enroll. We have a self-enroll button right on Insure Me Now Direct where they just go in, enroll, and boom, if you're in the program where you get a marketing allowance, you get paid, you did nothing. You can walk them through this on the phone through GoToWebinar or just send them the link. It's all very simple. Every Wednesday, 2 p.m., we now host these trainings. And again, the goal is to make sure you're comfortable with everything. It's an open forum, so you can ask questions. Everybody can talk. It's really neat stuff. And again, it's just built to make sure that you're comfortable utilizing all of this. And I know it could be overwhelming, and we have so many platforms and technology. And, you know, the goal is to have a little bit of something for everyone. And what I think you should do after you're done here today, if you're listening to this live right now, great. If you listen to this 2 weeks from now on our YouTube channel, that's fine too. But what you need to do is kind of figure out your business model and then figure out what resources and technology are going to be best for you to excel with that model. And then we can actually handpick those platforms, dive in a little deeper, make sure you're comfortable, and you're off to the races. But we have to cater to everyone. That's our job. So we have to have a little bit of everything for everyone. That's the goal. Okay, the next two, and this is our second to last slide. I know it's getting a little long here, but I think it's very informative and it's important for you all to know what is available. upcoming webinar trainings, that's what you're on right now. These are real big, and the reason why, I'll skip to the bottom one. On the 7th, what we did is we handpicked all of the top final expense carriers, products, lead programs. We have a turnkey free platform called Legacy Safeguard, which is available to all Levinson agents, and it has to do with selling final expense A to Z. It gives you all of the resources to make sure you look like a final expense pro when you're out marketing and selling final expense products. So that's really cool. Don't miss that one. Right above that is life settlements. Right now, especially, there's people that have policies, term and permanent. Let's say they're over 65, they're not healthy. They can get cash offers, and why not you, being the agent, can get a nice commission from this. You would not believe how many agents go back to their existing book of business and find policies that are eligible for $50, $100, $200,000, and they'll walk away with a check for 10 grand for basically making a phone call. So another good time during COVID-19 is to explore your existing book. If you have anyone that's over 65, not healthy, let us know. We'll look into the policy, get you an offer, and hopefully they can sell the policy. You make a nice, healthy override for doing it. Okay, so consider that as well. I would send out an e-blast to your existing book talking about some of these options, and we have those available for you as well. Okay, our last slide here, and I hope this was worth everybody's time spent. I want to ask my question of the day before I jump into the Positive Tuesday quote. Andrew, can I get a drum roll here for everyone listening?
Yep.
Very strong, Andrew, very strong. I love it.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right,
Thank
so,
you, sir.
So real quick, what we're going to do, have your little fingers ready on your keyboard. The question is, how many carriers are available on our voice sign platform? I said it 3 times during this presentation. How many carriers are on our voice signature platform? If you pick the right number, you win the new Fire tablet with the 8-inch screen. It also has built-in Alexa, by the way. Okay, do we have the correct answer, Andrew?
Yes, sir, Bill. We do have a winner. The first respondent is Angela P. That's Angela P. from Colorado. Angela P. from Colorado, congratulations. The correct answer is 6 different carriers, all with voice sign, 1 exclusive to us. Let's end on a positive Tuesday note. Remembering the good times helps us through the tough times, which prepares us for the great times. With that said, have a great rest of the week, a great weekend. Stay tough, and we're going to come out on the other side winning. I promise you that, but you have to put in the hours and get this stuff done. Start looking on social media, see what's working for others, do something similar, and get your name out there and top of mind. Have a great Thursday. Thanks again.